Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, one rental at a time, back with Matt, the mortgage guy. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good, Mike.
Hey, you are, I think you and the entire mortgage industry and frankly, real estate agents across the country are right now in what I call the eye of the storm. And if you know about the eye of the storm, it's actually quite quiet, right? It's you actually, if you've ever seen the eye of a storm, birds are flying around, there's blue sky, all of that. But what you have on either side of you, left or right, is you have buyers and sellers, and it is chaotic right now, right? If you're in the eye of the storm and you're kind of trying to be the one putting together a transaction, meaning you get agreement from the buyer and agreement from the seller, it's really, really hard today because sellers have expectation of April and buyers have expectation of 2010. There is such a disagreement going on right now that calling a housing crash in transaction is remarkably easy. Sacramento down 26%, Vegas down 42%. It's happening across the country because buyers and sellers are not seeing eye to eye because they're just in different places with different thoughts. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree. And I'm literally having these conversations every day where I've got unrealistic on both sides. At first, I felt like it was just the sellers were unrealistic, and I'd see something listed, I'd say 600, no chance, 580, no chance. They should be
Wish pricing.
Yeah, wish pricing. And I watched the stuff sit. And now, with a little bit of running room of stuff sitting, people having to roost their prices. Now I've got on the buy side, well, it's game on. I'm going to go in and list or offer 100,000 below. In very rare cases, are you able to offer 100,000 below and have any shot, right? There's going to be one-offs where somebody started way too high, and they've got some good advice that you need to come lower, and they start to negotiate with someone who offers 100,000 less. But 5 or 6 days on market, something priced relatively well. I'm still seeing, Sacramento, like you said, transactions down 26%. Sacramento saw this huge run up. We got a ton of price reductions. 50 or 60% of the stuff that's on the market has been reduced, but still, like, there's a buyer or two on a house. It takes 24 days to sell instead of 6, and it doesn't sell 50,000 above list price. It sells at list or 10,000 below. But we're not at a place, I don't know if we'll ever get there, but maybe we will, where you can go in and offer 500 on something that just went on the market 6 days ago at 599, especially if that 599 is a relatively justified price.
Yeah, well, this is, again, I keep sharing exactly what Olivia and I are doing in the market. So, if you're offering $100,000 under list on the first day listings, you don't get it. You just don't get it. Again, I was interviewed by Business Insider, I think 2 months ago, right? I was interviewed in June, right, when the market came to a screeching halt. And I told them, well, I've changed my entire buying process. For the last 2 years, I would only fish in first day listings. I would offer cash and quick close. It's all I had. As I told Business Insider, I had thrown away all of those searches or queries or templates or whatever you want to call them. And I've changed it to days on market of 15. As I said in the article, very quickly thereafter, we moved it to 30. Let's be very clear. I will write offers 100K under list all day long, but it will not be on a 6 days on market listing. It won't be on a 16 days on market listing. It will be on a 30 days or greater without a price drop, because I need to take their temperature, right? Is this a wish pricing that's just going to expire in 90 days when the contract's up? Or is the agent doing their job, screaming at the seller going, you're overpriced, you're overpriced, you're overpriced? So I'm going to fish only in days on market over 30. And I have no problem writing an offer 100K less. You just can't do that on a first day listing, a 6th day. It's just irresponsible. There's no motivation there. The seller still has dreams of April. You have to have that crushed and beaten out of them. And the only thing that does that is time.
Right. Yeah, I totally agree. And it's interesting time. It's fun to be on the buy side. It's fun to work with buyers because we've got more leverage than ever. I think just realistic expectations is what I'm trying to talk through with buyers, because the real estate market, as fast as it feels like it's changed, and it has, You know, it's gone from very strong sellers to balanced or buyers in most markets across the country. Even with that being said, we haven't gone to the total other end of the spectrum where there's panic selling and the people just have to fire sale stuff. Fire sales aren't happening yet. Discounts, seller concessions, less people offering on every single house. That's certainly happening, but we got to be realistic.
Well, let me paint the vision for the buyers, because that's where I play, right? The buyers in the market, I have great news for you. The housing market's not going to get better anytime soon. If I am right or even close to right, rates are going up. That's going to crush demand. So if you're still a willing and able buyer at higher rates, you have a lot of power. And oh, by the way, there's this thing is called seasonality, and we are entering winter. Let's just say if you are a seller that has a property on the market, say 45 days, and it's between Thanksgiving and New Year's, there's a pretty good chance that you're motivated. So again, we get to 5 days on market. We get between Thanksgiving and Christmas. I promise you, I'll be writing offers 100K under list. I don't expect to get all of them. Shoot, to be honest, I don't even expect to get counters on all of them, but I will get some. And I'm excited for what's coming. You have to realize, again, sellers are people. They remember April. If you are offering 100K under list price after 5 days, they still remember April. They haven't even yelled at their agent yet. They haven't even had an open house yet. You have to have their soul crushed. And they will either take the listing off, which is their right as the owner, or they will go, damn it, we've already bought a place in Texas. We got to go. What can we get?
Right. And that's what you have to weed through.
Yes.
As a buyer, is there's people, and I know it because the good agents are able to fish this information out. Is this seller somebody who moved and is going to rent this property if they don't sell it? If this is somebody who moved and you know, doesn't have an immediate need to sell, or is this somebody who's like, I need this money by this date. This has got to sell, and is willing to come down 50,000, 80,000 to get the deal done. And like you said, week 1, week 2, they might say, there's no way I'm taking 425 for this. No. They start to week 3, week 4, they start to feel a little pain and a little bit of fear. Then all of a sudden you've got, we're entertaining all offers.
Time is your friend. Use it. Time. You got to, again, everybody still thinks it's last year where things were moving like this. That when it goes from a seller's to buyer's market, the only thing that helps shine a light on motivation is time. Let days on market tick up.
Right. And to that point, it's great that as a seller, you have time. The number one thing you can do from my perspective is have all your ducks in a row financing wise. You're pre-approved, you know your numbers. If you're looking for a rental property, this is going to rent for $2,400. These are the expenses I can expect. Here's the target price and the target rate and the target payment. So I know what a good investment looks like. All that work out of the way, then it's just a matter of, I can offer 480 on this one. And I had this conversation with a client yesterday. Rather than have your agent spin and spin and spin 6 properties per week, just tell them, can I offer 580 on this one yet? Nope, not yet, because they've only been on for 7 days. They're at 650. They can have a conversation. They don't have to tour you through it. They don't have to do all the things, right? Their time, your time, everyone's time. Can I offer 580 yet? Nope. Okay, that's the number I need for that one to work. Can I offer 525 on this one yet? Nope.
Yeah, that's exactly right. If you're following one rental at a time, you're doing the work every day, you're tracking every day, and you know your numbers. We don't care as investors if the cost of capital is 7, 8, 9, or 10. It's one variable on a spreadsheet. We want a great yield or cash on cash, and we'll just offer the right number. And when you have confidence in your number, it's so powerful. I know I can offer 525. It makes sense at 525, max 530. Great. I'll wait for a potential. Oh, darn, that one sold. Well, on to the next one. It's very powerful. Where can people work with you? Where they can reach out, see what's what?
Go to greatmortgagebroker.com, fill out the quick form. I haven't shout out the Matt the Mortgage Guy YouTube channel, but if you're not subscribed, please go there and subscribe. I've got, I don't know how many, 600 videos now. I think I want to get back to my roots, Mike. I think I want to make more and more like mortgage specific stuff versus like what's going on in the housing market. People love that. They want to know what's going on. But I want to be a resource and a library for how do escrows work? Should I pay points? Things like that. That is really going to be mortgage knowledge library. That's what I'm going to start putting the pedal down and mixing in some housing market data, what's going on in the real estate market, because I am paying attention every day. I'm working with clients, so I've got a little insight there.
All right, one more time. Follow him on Matt the Mortgage Guy YouTube channel and greatmortgagebroker.com.
Correct.
Awesome. Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, Mike.